When you think of the greatest point guards in NBA history, names like Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, and Isiah Thomas often come to mind. There is a good reason for that, because those guys are legends of the game. But there's one name that stands out not just for his incredible skill, but for his humility, consistency, and sheer dominance on the court: John Stockton. The dude deserves his flowers, and frankly, he doesn't get enough respect. So today we are diving into the life and career of the man who redefined what it meant to be a floor general, both on and off the court.
Williams gonna work inside. It's taken away by Stockton.
But before we get into it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. John Stockton wasn't just a great player, he was a basketball genius. You know how it feels that some people just have basketball greatness in their DNA flowing through their veins? That's John Stockton. And because of that, he has earned his place in NBA history: 10 All-Star appearances, an All-Star MVP trophy, and a place in the Hall of Fame and NBA 75th anniversary team. No one will ever question how special John Stockton is, but when he first entered the world of professional basketball, a lot of people didn't think he'd be much of anything. Coming in at just 6 feet 1 inch and weighing 170 pounds, he knew from an early age that he didn't have the physical gifts of some of his peers. However, whatever he lacked in size, he made up for in intelligence, toughness, and an unparalleled work ethic. Throughout his early years, he did everything in his power to enhance his skills and work hard to overcome the physical deficits he had. He may not have been as big as his opponents, but he swore that his will and self-belief would be. It all paid off when he was drafted 16th overall by the Utah Jazz in 1984. In a short amount of time, Stockton quickly became the engine that drove one of the most potent offenses in NBA history. In just a few years, Stockton proved that dynamite really does come in small packages.
They do. Stock's got it. He's got running room. Stockton, grab, hang it up. It's good. It's good. The Jazz win it. The Jazz win it. I can't believe it. The Jazz win it.
When we talk about legacy and greatness, we always bring up numbers, and there is no doubt that John Stockton's numbers speak for themselves. When he retired, he was the NBA's all-time leader in both assists and steals with 15,806 and 3,265, respectively. Even though he set these high-water marks years ago, they are all records that still stand to this day. He led the league in assists for 9 consecutive seasons, a feat no other player has come close to matching. Think about that. Year after year, season after season, no one was coming close to Stockton's skills with assists. That is nearly a decade of being the best of the best when it comes to dimes. Steph Curry, Tyrese Halliburton, Trae Young. It would be wild if anyone today came close to doing that every year. It just simply isn't possible anymore. But it wasn't just the quantity of his assists. No, it was the quality. Let's take his chemistry with Karl Malone, for example, which was downright legendary.
Stockton fires down on Malone.
You know tonight's Game 5 could reach an entirely new and
pick and roll duo tortured and destroyed defenses for nearly 2 decades and became one of the most unstoppable combinations in basketball history. Stockton's vision was otherworldly. He could see plays develop before anyone else on the court. His no-look passes, behind-the-back dimes, and perfectly timed bounce passes were a thing of pure and natural beauty, and unlike anything else in the league at the time. Even today, it is hard to find any player who can find a teammate and toss to them like Stockton did. But what made him truly special was his unselfishness. He wasn't playing for highlights or fame, he was playing to win. And let's not forget, Stockton could score when he needed to. He was a deadly shooter, finishing his career with a 51.5% field goal percentage and a 38.4% mark from 3-point range. He also had a knack for hitting big shots in clutch moments, proving he was more than just a passer. On the defensive end, Stockton was a constant pest known to get under the skin of the competition. He wasn't the most athletic guard, sure, but he had quick hands, incredible anticipation, and a relentless motor. He led the league in steals twice and was consistently one of the toughest players to go up against. His toughness and grit were a reflection of his blue-collar mentality.
Williams going to work inside. It's taken away by Stockton.
One of the most underrated aspects of Stockton's career was his durability. He never gave up and never lost the ability to dig deep and find a deep well of fight in him even as he grew older. In an era where very physical play was the norm, Stockton missed only 22 games in his 19-year career. You heard that right, 22 games out of 1,526 possible games. He played through injuries, bruises, and fatigue, embodying the toughness of the game. His consistency was unmatched, and his ability to perform at a high level year after year is a testament to his dedication and love for the game. Stockton's career was defined by his battles against the greatest players of his era, including the one and only Michael Jordan. In 1997 and 1998, Stockton and Malone led the Jazz to back-to-back NBA Finals, only to fall short against Jordan's Bulls. While they never won a championship, Stockton's performances in those series were legendary. He averaged 12.3 assists per game in the 1997 Finals and hit one of the most iconic shots in Jazz history. That shot cemented Stockton's legacy as a clutch performer and a leader who rose to the occasion when his team needed him most.
Stockton, open three, hit it! John Stockton!
While Stockton's on-court achievements are well documented and worthy of great celebration decades later, what really sets him apart is the way he carried himself off the court when he wasn't in his jersey. During a period with tons of flashy personalities and self-promotion, Stockton was the embodiment of true humility. He avoided the spotlight, shied away from interviews, and let his game and his achievements on the court do all the talking. Stockton was deeply committed to his family and community. He and his wife, Nada, raised 6 children in Spokane, Washington, where Stockton became a beloved figure. He often volunteered his time to coach youth basketball and support local charities. Despite his fame, he remained grounded and approachable, earning the respect of everyone who knew him. He became a vital part of the league, and his career influenced thousands of young men hoping to make a name for themselves in the world of sports. So in 2009, Stockton was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. True to form, his speech was humble and heartfelt. He thanked his teammates, coaches, and family, emphasizing the importance of teamwork and perseverance. It was a fitting tribute to a man who always put others first.
When I think about all the people who have touched my life, helped me along, or brought out the best of me, by whatever means, I'm overwhelmed and yes, humbled.
Today, the impact and influence of John Stockton can be seen in the way modern point guards play the game. His focus on fundamentals, unselfishness, and toughness set the standard for future generations. Players like Chris Paul, De'Aaron Fox, and Trae Young have cited Stockton as an inspiration, and his records remain a benchmark for greatness. You can see Stockton in all of these players, and it is clear that his influence isn't going away anytime soon. Stockton is a legend, and his team remembers his career fondly. In 2020, the Utah Jazz honored Johns with a statue outside their arena, a strong and definitive testament to his enduring mark on the franchise and the city of Salt Lake. It's a fitting tribute to a player who gave everything he had to the game and the community he loved. John Stockton wasn't just a great basketball player, no, he was way more than that. A role model, a leader, and a legend. His work ethic, humility, and passion for the game set him apart in an era of giants. He may not have won a championship, but his legacy is secure as one of the greatest to ever play the game. John Stockton proved that greatness isn't about flash or fame. Instead, it's about consistency, dedication, and a love for the game. Thank you, John Stockton, for showing us what it means to be truly great on and off the court.
One for Malone, poked away by Hornacek, taken by Stockton, who's chased by Jordan, but lays it in anyway, and he was fouled.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.